Okay. Where's my presentation?
We don't have it for you. All the videos, they're gone.
I could go on. I'm still half drunk from this morning, actually.
Woohoo!
Okay, there we go. Okay, so where's the time? Okay. Oh, 38 minutes and 29 seconds. Okay, that doesn't look good. Okay, anyway, so my name is Kei Shimada. I flew all the way from Tokyo. Well, it's actually 6,510 kilometers away from Tokyo. Bulgaria is a city that I've always wanted to come to because my sister-in-law is actually from Stara Zagora. All right, that's the icebreaker. Thank you so much. Okay, and this is what happened 46 hours later. This is basically 2 a.m., and we were dancing like shit. I feel like shit now. But I feel fantastic also because there are a lot of people who have come to hear me speak. So, I'm going to talk about wearables and IoT, but the basic perception of wearables and IoT is it's a geeky thing, right? And it's been around forever. And this portrait of this man with a futuristic TV on his sort of like, eyes, this is a photo that was taken back in 1967. But none of us are that old. Maybe that was a birthday or it was just before we were born. I think we're more familiar with this one, which is the Star Trek communicator. Scotty, beam me up. I want to be beamed up because I feel like shit, yeah. But anyway, it's only now that all this is becoming all relevant. And because it's going to be a 30 billion US dollar market by 2018. 2018 is actually just around the corner. Whether you like it or not, wearables and IoT will be big. What's different from a smartphone? That's actually my 3-year-old unlocking my phone, okay? So I basically taught him about numbers on the iPhone. So if he was able to recognize 4 digits, I would give him 5 minutes of YouTube time to watch Thomas the Tank. So, smartphones are a very personal device. How many of you have a smartphone? Of course. All right, but what I'm trying to talk about today is the intimate device, which is always on. It's not a hand reach away. It's something relevant that you will wear, you will have on your body because it makes sense in a context. For instance, this is my son again. We have a farm patch. I'm in Tokyo, but I grow my own cabbage, my lettuce. We're growing corn right now, but it's like 40-degree weather outside, so it's relevant for my son to have a wearable, which is a hat. Okay, it's all about relevance. There is no fucking solution or formula that will make you successful, but if you are relevant in your offering, that's the closest way to success. So what I'm going to do is I'm a lousy storyteller. So actually today I have a lot of videos to show you. So I could sit down and maybe relax and allow me to tone down a little bit. But basically, I want you guys to visually see what the possibilities are. I'm not going to talk about Google Glasses because it's $1,500. I'm not going to talk about Apple Watch because I haven't got one yet. Basically, relevance. Relevance is one term, but basically, it's this question. Is the wearable or IoT that you have, does it enhance your life or lifestyle? This is the basic sentence that you should have in your mind if you want to become successful in this arena. And also, if this product answers this question, I guarantee you, you will be wearing this stuff. Okay. So, now watches, okay? Who has a watch? Who wears a watch, okay? Who has the Apple Watch? Okay, I envy you. Okay. All right. But what if, right? Like, I'm into gadgets, I love mobility, but I just can't get over the notion that it's a second screen of the smartphone, right? It's a miniature 1.5 screen that basically does the same thing as a smartphone, okay? But what if It's in the form of a mechanical watch. It's something that matters to you. It's something of value. It's something that you would want to wear because it's basically a watch. This is a company called Kairos out of Singapore. They went through a successful round of fundraising. I still haven't gotten the watch delivered to my house in Tokyo. But this is a fantastic presentation of the value that a watch can have just by adding a thin layer of smart. Now you can pump up the volume. Raise it. Please. Volume up, please. There we go. Now, ain't that cool? You're not getting a second screen. What you're looking at is a mechanical watch that you would probably cherish because it's relevant to your life or lifestyle as a person who loves watches. Of course, Apple has a really good offering because Apple is a lifestyle. They make cool products, of course. Okay. Who loves driving? Who loves to drive a car? Okay. How many of you love your car? Good. Okay. All right. Now, the wearable IoT arena is extremely special because you're seeing new entrants. It's not just about startups. It's about existing companies that you've never thought of that would produce, for instance, a watch that interacts with your car. Oops, sorry about that. I'm drunk. There we go. This is basically Nissan. Did you know that Nissan has a smartwatch? Now, how many of you work out? How many of you like to exercise? Okay, how many of you have the Nike Fuel Band? Is it still working? All right. You know, it's troublesome to find your Nike Fuel Band because it's going to be on your couch, between the pillows, and so forth. Why can't it come in a form of athletic wear?
What if you are not meant to run with the crowd, share the same goals, live the same lives? What if you are not meant to beat the same drum, tread the same paths, and reach the same heights? What if you are meant to override the automatic?
Introducing the first collection of biosensing shirts by Ohm. You have reached your maximum heart rate zone. Your breathing is shallow. Breathe deeper.
Change your own gears. Race your own pulse and raise your own bars. What if you are meant to break free from the habits, free from the norms, and free from the pack? What if you are not meant to run with the crowd?
Session complete. Generating report.
You, empowered.
How many of you wear glasses? Okay. How many of you have bought a Google Glass? Okay. I know why. Okay. 2 reasons. I love Google. I've also bought it. But I've got to give credit to Google because they opened up a lot of doors to the possibilities in the form of eyeglasses. Now there's some companies that are originally eyeglass makers take advantage of that idea and putting it into something that is relevant. Everyday form factor means a normal pair of eyeglasses. Oops, sorry about that. I'm still drunk. So this is a company called Jins in Japan. They used to be a normal eyeglass maker. They basically attached an EEG sensor, so they are monitoring your fatigue, so you can basically know your physical condition. It's not that you get, like a vision right in front of you. That's not relevant yet. Look at those. Those are normal pair of eyeglasses. That's what really makes sense. You go to an eyeglass shop and you get eyeglasses. That's happening already in Japan. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The other relevance about this smart glass is that it's 150 US dollars. Now that's relevant. That's relevance. If it's your life and lifestyle, you will replace your eyeglass eventually. There's an opportunity for these companies to reach out to the people who will buy eyeglasses, but add a thin layer of smart, add relevance, and add value to the people who want to know more about their physical condition, but don't want to add another device. They don't want another device. So think about it. This is another possibility. There we go. Okay, when we talk about wearables and toys, wearables and IoT, sorry. There has to be something for the kids. And I love this next idea because for me as a dad of a 3-year-old, it's like, Daddy, I want this toy. Daddy, can you buy this for me? And I broke this, so can you buy me another one? That happens all the time. Who's a parent here? Yeah. Who agrees with me? Good, all right. What if you could have a wearable device that turns things into toys? Watch this. It's called Moth. It's about 70 US dollars. And there's always something for the dead, too. All right, next. Now, the next generation of wearables and IoT are always about sensors. Now, if we talk about the future of wearables, it's about sensors that will read your emotions through brainwaves. Who's thinking I'm kidding? Who's thinking I'm crazy? All right. Okay. The wearable and IoT space is extremely interesting because I come from an agency. I work for Japan's largest agency. We're third, I think, worldwide, but I have nothing to do with the traditional ad side of the business. I'm a part of a 20-man team which thinks about what's going to happen 3 to 5 years from now. And we have a dedicated team that actually works on a brainwave algorithm that detects your emotions. Watch this. Okay, so through our algorithm, we could detect 5 emotional states of the mind. One of them is interest. What if you could quantify the level of interest from 0 to 100, set a threshold of 60, whenever it reaches 60 or exceeds that, it automatically records what you're seeing. You know where this is going now, right? So at the end of the day, you get an archive of all the interesting moments that were triggered by your interest level. And of course, every story has a happy ending. Okay. Who loves music? Everybody should be raising their hand. If you didn't raise your hand, you're probably thinking I'm very boring. My apologies. Okay. But what if you could dig into people's brainwaves and basically emotionally search for music that will best fit your mood? Think about it. If you could use your emotional triggers to go into a database of music that you've never heard of before, wouldn't that be fantastic?
Miko. Music inspiration from your subconsciousness. Miko frees the user from having to select songs and artists and allows users to encounter new music just by wearing the device. The Miko system is made up of 2 parts: the Miko headphone and the Miko app for iPhone. The Miko headphone detects brain waves through the sensor on your forehead. The Miko app then automatically analyzes the user's condition of the brain and searches for music that best matches from the Miko database and plays the selection that fits the user's mood. The mood is shown on the indicator of the Miko headphone. When the user is focused, when user is drowsy and stressed. Miko provides a new experience which we call music serendipity by detecting the user's subconsciousness through their brainwaves. Miko by NeuroWare.
All right, some of you are wondering what the NeuroWare name means. Basically, I work for an advertising agency, and when the public knows that agencies are fiddling around with your brainwaves, that's not a good sign. That's why we actually use a a product name when you're aware, and we're sort of like in stealth. I just gave it away to the Bulgarian public right now. It's not a good thing. So, relevance enables an intimate relation. If you're in love with the product, you'll cherish that product. And if it adds meaning to what how you live your life and lifestyle, it's extremely intimate. It has a lot of meaning. All right, so how many of you thought, I don't need one? All right. How many of you have a smartphone? Nobody predicted 10 years ago that we would be surfing the internet on phones, maybe 15, right? It's the relevance that these companies will push as an offering into your hands, something that you will wear, something that we will cherish, something that you will buy, that will make this market extremely big. Now, this is the meaning behind the $30 billion market. So, why wearable technologies and IoT matter for you and your business? There'll be tons of new entrants. It's not only about startups. I gave an example from an automotive company, and I've just, told you in public that an agency is working on brainwave products. That's how vibrant and complex this market will be. And of course, they'll be available in a lot of form factors and varieties. And eventually, by 2020, we'll roll out 5G. 5G means that all these devices won't have to interact with your smartphone anymore. They will be connected to your cell tower directly, and they will be talking to each other. So think about it. Understand relevance that enhances people's lives and lifestyles. That's my takeaway for today. Thank you.